The Pacific Ocean stretched endlessly, a boundless expanse of blue that whispered both serenity and secrets. Its surface sparkled like a sea of diamonds, reflecting the golden sun that hung low in the sky. Beneath the waves, an entire universe thrived, a symphony of colors, movement, and life that remained hidden from most eyes. Coral reefs formed intricate mosaics of color, teeming with creatures so delicate yet resilient. The gentle sway of soft corals, the darting of vibrant fish, and the distant, mournful songs of whales all spoke of a world as fragile as it was enduring. For John Reynolds, the ocean wasn't just a place. It was a sanctuary, a teacher, and a lifelong friend. At 35, John had spent more than a decade as a marine biologist, dedicating his life to exploring the mysteries of the sea. Every dive was an act of reverence, a chance to connect with the untamed beauty of a world few truly understood. On the morning of March 17, 2019, John embarked on what seemed like an ordinary research dive near the Mariana Trench. The sun rose slowly over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of fiery orange and soft lavender. The gentle hum of his boat's motor was a familiar comfort, a rhythm that matched his excitement for the day ahead. His goal was to document the behavior of a pod of dolphins he had been tracking for weeks. These intelligent, playful creatures had always fascinated him, their clicks and whistles resonating like a language that danced just out of human comprehension. The morning air was crisp as John secured his equipment. He checked his oxygen tanks, calibrated his camera, and reviewed his notes. With a final glance at the horizon, he slipped into the water, his body instantly enveloped by the cool embrace of the ocean. As he descended, the underwater world revealed itself in all its splendor. Branching coral reached skyward, its tips teeming with tiny damselfish. Neon parrotfish grazed lazily, their scales shimmering like liquid rainbows. A moray eel slithered among the rocks, its emerald body blending perfectly with the reef shadows. The water hummed with life, a delicate balance of predator and prey, creation and destruction. John floated among the marine tapestry, his heart swelling with gratitude. He had always felt a connection to the ocean, but today it felt especially profound. He swam farther, captivated by the beauty around him, unaware of the subtle change in the water's energy. It started with a stillness, a pause in the rhythm of life. The vibrant fish disappeared into the coral's crevices, leaving the reef eerily quiet. John felt it before he saw it. The shift, the tension, the way the water seemed heavier around him. A shadow moved in the distance. At first, he thought it might be the dolphins he was tracking. But as it drew closer, his heart sank. It wasn't a dolphin. It was a tiger shark. The predator's sleek, muscular body glided through the water with effortless menace. Its eyes, cold and unblinking, fixed on John with an intensity that sent a chill through his spine. John's breaths quickened, his exhaled bubbles rising like silver coins toward the surface. He knew the rules. Stay calm, avoid sudden movements, and don't provoke it. But fear had a way of clouding even the most disciplined mind. The shark circled him, each pass drawing it closer. John felt the weight of his vulnerability, alone in a vast, indifferent ocean with no one to call for help. The reality of his isolation struck him like a physical blow. As the shark closed the distance, John's pulse thundered in his ears. The primal part of his brain screamed for him to flee, but he fought to stay still, his mind racing for a solution. The predator veered closer, its powerful body cutting through the water like a knife. And then, from the depths, came a shadow, a larger, more commanding presence. The humpback whale appeared as if summoned by fate itself, its massive body moving with both grace and authority. John froze, unable to believe what he was seeing. The whale positioned itself between him and the shark, its colossal form a living barrier. The whale let out a low, resonant sound, a moan that vibrated through the water and seemed to carry a message. This is not your prey. John watched in awe as the shark hesitated, its predatory confidence shaken. The whale's presence was undeniable, a testament to the raw power and intelligence of nature. Time seemed to slow as the two creatures faced off, the whale's massive flippers moving deliberately, shielding John from the shark's approach. Finally, the shark relented. With a final wary circle, it disappeared into the blue expanse, its shadow dissolving like a bad dream. Relief flooded John's body, but he was still far from safe. His oxygen supply was running low, and he signaled his need to ascend. The whale, as if understanding his plight, lingered nearby. Its dark, intelligent eyes seemed to study him, their depth holding a compassion John could barely comprehend. As he swam upward, the whale followed, its massive form a silent guardian. Breaking through the surface, John gasped for air, the sunlight blinding after the darkness below. He clambered onto his boat, his hands trembling as the gravity of what had just happened sank in. The whale lingered, its body rising slightly above the surface as it released a powerful exhale through its blowhole. For a moment, their eyes met, man and whale, two beings from different worlds bound by an unspoken connection. Then, with a graceful dive, the whale disappeared into the depths, leaving John alone but forever changed. Back on land, John struggled to put his experience into words. How could he explain what he had witnessed? The whale hadn't just saved his life. It had shown him something far deeper, a connection that transcended species, a reminder of the profound intelligence and empathy that exists in the natural world. John's story spread quickly, inspiring people around the globe. He dedicated his life to studying humpback whales, advocating for marine conservation, and sharing his experience with anyone who would listen. His encounter became a rallying cry, a symbol of the bond between humans and the ocean's creatures, a bond we so often overlook. The ocean is vast and untamed, John often says, but it holds a depth of compassion as infinite as its waters. That whale didn't just save me. It taught me that we are all part of something far greater than ourselves. Each time John returns to the water, he carries the memory of that day with him. Every dive is a tribute to the whale that saved him and a promise to protect the world that gave him a second chance.